Welcome back to this explainer. Okay, so if you're feeling a little sluggish after the weekend, or maybe you've got a big event coming up, you might be feeling that super familiar urge to just hit the reset button. And you know what? The wellness industry is right there waiting for you. They make it incredibly tempting to drop like $80 on a trendy 3-day juice cleanse, basically promising that a few vibrant green bottles are going to solve absolutely everything.
We've all seen the ads, right? They ask, want to flush away toxins with a cleanse? They tell you to drink lukewarm lemon water laced with cayenne pepper, strictly restrict your eating, and just watch the toxins melt away. Honestly, it sounds so easy, so refreshing, and kind of scientific, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. Today, we're using actual biological science to dismantle one of the wellness industry's absolute biggest moneymakers. We're going to look closely at what these detox diets claim to do, what medical science actually says, and exactly why you're going to want to put that $10 cold-pressed celery juice right back on the supermarket shelf.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The detox marketing myth. Let's start with the core lie powering this whole industry, the promise of removing toxins. Now, if you ask a detox brand or a wellness influencer to name the exact toxins their juice is supposedly flushing out, well, they usually rely on mystery. Things get real quiet pretty fast. But in medical science, a toxin isn't just some vague feeling of sluggishness. It is a specific poison produced by living cells or organisms, and we really need to set that as our firm baseline for biological reality. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive gap between science and marketing. On one side, we have real medical toxins. We're talking things like snake venom or C. botulinum. These are highly specific, incredibly dangerous poisons. But on the other side, we have these vague buzzwords that marketing companies use just to scare you into buying a product. Things like metabolic waste or impure foods. They basically take everyday environmental pollutants and completely normal metabolic byproducts like urea, lump them into this scary monster category called toxins, and sell you a super vague solution for a completely vague problem. Which brings us to a pretty harsh but absolutely crucial reality. If you actually had a dangerous buildup of real toxins in your body, a green juice wouldn't save you. You'd be in the ICU. Honestly, cold-pressed celery juice is completely, utterly useless against actual biological poisoning. So that leads us right into Section 2, your built-in detox system. Now here's the genuinely good news. You don't need to buy a detox system, because you already own the most advanced, unbeatable detox technology on the planet. And the best part? It runs 24/7 completely for free. Now, what's really interesting about how this biological team operates is the division of labor. Your liver is essentially your main chemical processing plant. It's systematically breaking down medications, alcohol, and metabolic byproducts into totally harmless compounds. Then you've got your digestive tract acting as a pathogen neutralizer and flushing out unabsorbed waste. Even your lungs and skin are in on it, exhaling carbon dioxide and secreting trace waste to sweat. It is literal, brilliant biological engineering. To really put the sheer power of this system into perspective, consider the number 200. Your kidneys alone are such advanced biological filters that they process about 200 quarts of blood every single day just to filter out waste products via urine. Just think about that volume for a second. 200 quarts. Your body is literally built for continuous, non-stop clearance. And because of this incredible internal system, we arrive at an undeniable scientific consensus. There is zero, literally zero, clinical evidence supporting the use of commercial detox diets for waste elimination. No specialized juice blend, no crazy expensive detox tea, and absolutely no cayenne pepper concoction can supercharge your organs beyond their natural biological design. They're already working at peak efficiency. Right, moving on to Section 3, why cleanses seem to work. Now, you might be thinking, but wait a second. I did a 3-day cleanse once and I genuinely felt amazing, and I lost like 5 pounds. And hey, I hear you. That's a very real feeling, and I'm definitely not invalidating that experience. But we really need to look at the biological illusions behind it. When you do a cleanse, you drastically cut your calories and your carbohydrates. This forces your body to burn through its stored glycogen for energy. And here's the kicker. Every single gram of stored glycogen holds about 3 to 4 grams of water. So when you burn through that glycogen, you release all that water. You aren't actually losing 5 pounds of fat, and you for sure aren't losing 5 pounds of toxins. So the crucial point here is exactly why cleanses seem so effective. First off, you're dropping a massive amount of water weight really quickly. Second, you are eliminating ultra-processed foods, added sugars, and alcohol. Well, naturally, you're going to feel less bloated and way more energetic when you cut all that stuff out. That has nothing to do with the magic of kale juice. And third, the placebo effect. When you expect a positive outcome from an expensive, highly ritualized routine, your brain creates a remarkably powerful psychological placebo response. You feel better simply because you expect to feel better.
But there's a catch. Section 4, the dark side of detoxes.
Unfortunately, it isn't all just harmless water weight and placebo effects. We need to shift gears and investigate the actual physical dangers of falling for these extreme short-term cleanse products. Because for a lot of people, they are actively harmful. Many of these commercial detox teas, they don't actually support your liver or kidneys at all. They just contain senna or other incredibly powerful herbal laxatives. This is genuinely dangerous. Prolonged use of these laxatives can cause severe electrolyte imbalances, dehydration, and a terrifying condition called gut dependency, which is exactly what it sounds like. Your digestive system literally forgets how to work without the laxative.
On top of that, extended juice fasting actively starves your body of what it needs to survive. You end up with severe nutrient deficiencies because you are entirely missing out on essential protein, healthy fats, and vital fiber. But honestly, even worse is the psychological toll. These diets very often trigger disordered eating by creating a toxic binge and purge cycle. They frame perfectly normal eating as dirty and extreme fasting as cleansing. That creates a highly damaging relationship with food, especially, right after the holidays when these companies push their products the hardest.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, actually supporting your body. So if detox diets are a total myth, how do we actually care for our health? In this final, empowering chapter, we're going to look at the unsexy, completely unmarketable, but fully scientifically proven ways to actually support our natural clearance pathways. Here are the 4 foundational evidence-based steps that genuinely work. Step 1, hydrate consistently. This gives your kidneys the exact fluid volume they need to filter your blood efficiently. Step 2, eat adequate fiber, both soluble and insoluble, to keep your digestive tract moving and support a healthy gut microbiome. Step 3, prioritize sleep. And Step 4, limit alcohol and heavy processing. This simply gives your liver less heavy lifting to do in the first place. Notice something about this list? You don't have to spend a single dime on a fancy product to do any of this.
Let's actually zoom in on that third step for a second, sleep. Because this is fascinating. While you rest, your brain activates something called the glymphatic system. This is the brain's very own built-in waste clearance pathway, and it's primarily active only while you sleep. Your body is literally clearing out metabolic waste while you dream. No expensive juice required? So the core takeaway here is beautifully simple. You do not need to pay a company to cleanse your body. Your organs have been doing it successfully for millions of years. Save your hard-earned money, eat some whole foods, stay hydrated, and just let your built-in biology do the job it evolved to do. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question to think about. What is the weirdest health trend you've ever seen marketed to you? And, after looking at the actual science today, are you ready to just trust your own biology instead? I highly encourage you to critically examine the wellness trends popping up on your feed. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to catch us next time as we continue to break down complex topics into clear truths. See you in the next explainer.